What's going on there, YouTube? For those new to the channel, my name is Tashombe Berry, aka Cali Hustle 619, and this is Goalchasers. Now, as you can see by the background, I got it a little changed up. This is gonna be my setup for the talking head videos. The pictures that you see behind me are pictures I've taken. This over here is the I Love Me wall. This is a lot of my military service, which is mainly my boot camp and my picture while I was in boot camp, but and you know, for the time that I served at the brig as staff, not as a prisoner. So anyway, let's get to the video, and this is a June reset. So what my goal was with the June reset was to get things in order, get things organized, get my laundry done, get clothes hung up, you know, just get things in order work-wise, start, you know, getting my task organized and written out and start knocking those out. You know, everybody needs like just a reset, you know, and I notice a lot of channels have each month, at the beginning of the month, you just go and you start tying up loose ends. So you start your new month fresh. So that's what this is, the June reset. So we're gonna look at my goals and look at the challenges I have ahead and just look at the things that I plan to accomplish in June. Now I know it's already the middle of June, but hear me out and just listen to my goals, please. All right, weigh-in goals. Let's start with the weigh-in goals. So my starting weight when I started this journey was 443 pounds. Is what it is. My current weight is 384 pounds. Now my goal weight for the end of this month is 374 pounds would be a good goal to have, or I guess to start with, my minimum goal, if you would. But I would like to see if I can get down to 369. So what I like to do is, you know, on my mirror in my bathroom, I'll write down a minimum goal and a goal like my max, like I want to max out. And so my maxed out goal would be 369. That's a lot of weight, but I figure, you know, if I push as hard as I can and if I get as close as I can to that goal, I can't be mad. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna, it's just something to push for, you know. So how do I plan to lose this weight? So if you were watching this morning, I posted a video for the supplements I take in the morning. So taking my vitamins, my supplements regularly, consistently, not even regular, consistently, which the words could probably be interchangeable, but yeah, I want to be consistent with my morning routine, which is a meal replacement shake, a pre-workout before I go work out, and my BCAAs. And I also try to stay consistent with my protein. Now I need to not monitor it, but to log it and to just keep tabs on it, because I want to make sure that I'm eating and drinking enough protein to build muscle. My plan is to build muscle, burn fat. So, you know, I want to make sure that I continue to eat as much protein as possible, so that I'm not losing muscle by doing a lot of the cardio that I do, because it sucks when it's like you're working against, you know, yourself. Like you do all this exercise and do all this cardio and all this stuff, but you're not building anything because you're not putting enough protein in you to start building muscle. So again, if you watch the video that I made this morning on my routine, I show what I have in the morning just to get started. Now some people drink coffee in the morning. I'm a pre-workout drinker. I don't like coffee, and pre-workout seems to get me up. Now I do take a high stimulant pre-workout. It's called Carnage Psychopath Punch or something like that. And it gets me focused. It gets me in there. I'm hoping to see some veins coming through at some point from these workouts. But yeah, I like it. I like that. So another thing I plan to do is my diet. So I've been doing a low carb diet for a while now, but I've also kind of thrown in more carbs and all this stuff in there. Mainly on the weekends. On the weekends, I have the hardest time sticking to it because I think being at home and not having anything to do like I would at work, I do a lot of that bored eating or bored snacking, and if there's some carbs in the house, some chips or whatever, I end up snacking on those, or I'll order something and it's gonna have some carbs in it. And I know I do a lot of work during the week, and some might say I'm taken away from that work by, I don't binge, but I'll eat more carbs than what I would eat any other day, especially on the weekend. And so you have a point to those people who say that, but it's just something that I do, and I'm working on it. I'm working on it to try to continue to be good during the week and to do good on the weekend. If it's one thing I do on the weekend is I work out longer in the gym. I don't break up my workouts during the weekend. I go in there for one workout, and that workout can be 2, 3, and 4 hours. And it's just until I feel like I'm done. And I probably, a lot of that probably comes from that pre-workout, because I just be focused. I don't even want to, it's like I set up shop up in there. And that's something I've never done before. Never in life have I been so comfortable being in the gym to the point where, I have to force myself to leave. Like, it's ridiculous, but it's fun. And it's fun when I see the gains, and it's fun when I see, excuse me, how I've improved. So I know that has a lot to do with it when I'll sit there a lot of times and I'll just be like, I wonder if I could do this. And a lot of times now it's not, I wonder if I can do this. It's like I know I can and I will. And I'll just go do it. Whether it be lifting a certain weight or, being on the treadmill and continuing to go a certain distance or at a certain speed. It's like I'm always trying to push it. And I'm a firm believer in the fact that I don't feel like you can get any better if you don't step it up a notch. If you continue to work or walk at a 3 speed or 3 mile an hour speed on the treadmill, at what point can you reach, doing a 4 mile an hour? Like, if that's your goal, it's all based on what your goal is. My goal is to be faster, stronger, toned. And so, like, you can't do those things if you continue to stay stagnant and just say that, hey, I'm in the gym. I'm walking I'm walking a mile every day, so, I should be getting better. You're just gonna be great at that mile, until you step it up a notch. You're just gonna be great at doing what you do, whatever that is. I wanna be great on a higher level. So I wanna keep pushing myself for greatness and success. Now that's just me. Your goals are your goals. So yeah, that's my diet, and that is so for as far as my diet, like I said, it's low carb. What I have been doing is I've been ordering meals from Factor. If you got TikTok, they have Factor meal little advertisements every 5th TikTok. So eventually I bit the bullet and I went and ordered from them. And I will say I'm highly impressed on how good the food tastes. I usually take 2 of the meals to lunch during the week, and I mean, they never fail to satisfy me, and they taste really good. So I'm very happy with that. I'm not happy with how much I pay for it, but you know, it saves me money in the long run because I'm not, you know, randomly spending $20, $30 for lunch, because that's how it is these days. Fast food is expensive. So yeah, shout out to Factor. All right, now let's talk about non-scale victories. So because I'm not weighing myself once a week or once a day or anything like that, during the month, you know, I kind of look at where I'm succeeding or where things are starting to change for me that I can notice without stepping on a scale. So for instance, how my clothes fit, or you know, like the whole walking a mile thing, like how tired I am when I hit that mile. You know, it's just you know, lifting. Oh, I can. This is feeling light now. Let me step it up 5 pounds. You know, there's a lot of non-scale victories, but one of them being I bought a weighted vest by it's a manufacturer named Cap, C-A-P. I don't know, but it's a really good vest. It was a really good price. And it's a weighted vest that you can add the weights to it. So it's not like just weighted at a certain poundage and then you're stuck with it. No, you can go from 0 pound with no weights in it up to 70 pounds, which I felt was really good because 70 pounds is a lot of weight. So I started off with 10 pounds and I really didn't feel much. Then I went up to 25 and I felt it, but it didn't take long for me to, you know, get used to it. And so then I bumped it up to 35 and now I'm at 40. 40 is good. 40 is real good. Even picking up the vest and putting it on, you know, I feel it, you know, but I use the vest on the treadmill when I do my walk. So my routine is generally, you know, one day, it doesn't matter what day, but let's say it's Monday. Monday I'll go in there and I'll walk 45 minutes with the vest on, and then every 2 minutes I raise up the incline up 1. And so I'll go up to 5 and then I'll come down to 0 and then go up to 5, and then I'll just do that until I hit 45 minutes. Usually it goes 44 minutes because it's even numbers. And then at the 45th or 44th minute, I just drop it down to 0, and that last minute is my cool down. Then I take the vest off and I'll go, you know, do the rest of my routine. And then, so the next day, so if Monday is a walking day, then Tuesday will be an elliptical day. So I'll get on the elliptical machine and then do that for 45 minutes. The goal in that is to hit 4 miles in that 45 minutes. I've noticed that with the vest on, it's a whole lot harder to hit that 4 miles in 45 minutes. So the last time I did it, which was Friday, I believe, it took me 50 minutes to hit the 4 miles. So 4 miles being the goal. 4 miles or 45 minutes, whichever comes first. So it took me, like I said, 50 minutes to hit that. So, you know, now I know, okay, I'm gonna stick with this until I can make it happen. Now I also increased the resistance on the elliptical from a 3 to a 4. So I do a lot. I'm just doing a lot. But at the end of the workout, I'm highly impressed with how my body handled it. I never got too tired to where, I'm breathing all hard and, oh my God, it was the worst thing in the world. No, I get off that elliptical or I get off that treadmill and I know I worked out and I'm soaked with sweat. And I felt like I did a good workout, and then I can go from there and do a whole workout for the rest of the day. It's crazy. It's so crazy how things have changed for me because I've put forth that effort. And not to toot my own horn, but yeah, to toot my own horn because I put that work in, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Another thing is my clothes are fitting better. You know, every week it seems like they are fitting better, and soon I feel like they're gonna start getting too big and start getting sloppy. Not that that's a bad thing, but it's, I want to look clean. I want to look good. So I'll just have to get rid of those clothes and get, newer clothes to make myself feel and look good. I feel like when you look good, you feel good. So whenever I go out and I feel like I'm dressed real nice. One of the things about being overweight, like for me anyway, I'll wear my feelings on my sleeve, literally damn near, you know what I'm saying? Like, so if I'm feeling depressed or if I'm not feeling good about myself or my weight or how I look, then I don't put much effort into how I dress or how I ain't gonna say how I take care of myself because I'm all about hygiene, of course, but my clothes might not be ironed, or they might not fit the way I want them to, and instead of taking pride in ironing them and doing all of that stuff, I'll just be like, forget it, I'm gonna just go and do whatever, I don't care. And so that's something I've definitely been fighting, but as I lose weight, I see that that's not a way I've been feeling lately. I've been feeling very confident. I feel like I look good. I feel like, and if I don't believe in it, nobody else will. So I feel I look good. I'm doing my thing. I even did a little dancing TikTok. Just because I got to be my biggest cheerleader. So, yeah. So this is the last part of this video. It's gone longer than I thought it was gonna go. But challenges. So my challenges for this month are, this weekend's challenge was to hike Mount Rubidoux. But this time to do it with my 40-pound vest on. And that challenge, smashed that challenge. It wasn't a problem. It was a problem, I'm not gonna lie. That was a problem. It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. It's hard enough hiking it without any weight on you, but to do it with a 40-pound vest on, like I said, it's mental focus. Like that's all it could be. It's like mental focus. Like you have to put yourself in a zone where, like, you are going to do it. Like failure is not an option. Failure is not an option. The only thing that could have made me fail is if I would have fell out and got hurt, or if the weight was too much. But I told myself it was not too much. I trained for it. It's another thing. You can't just get up off the couch and go do it. I trained for it. I was on the treadmill, increasing, decreasing, doing all that. 45 minutes, an hour sometimes, doing the elliptical with this vest on. Like that vest was it looked like a bulletproof vest. I'm looking like 50 Cent and Get Rich or Die Trying. And that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to, train myself to be the best that I can be to you know, take these challenges and just smash them and then move on to the next one, you know. So the next one I want to do is I want to do that hike again with the vest on, but then I want to come down, take the vest off, and then hike back up. So a 6 mile day now. I did that hike twice, I did that hike 2 weeks ago, where I hiked up. There's two sides of the mountain. One side with more of an incline, and the other side with a lot, like a gradual incline, but the other one has a more steep incline. So about 2 weeks ago, I hiked the steep side, came down, and went right back up on the more gradual side with no vest on. So I know it can be done. I know I can do it. This time I want to do it with the vest on on the more gradual incline side, and then go to the car, drop the vest off, and go back up on the steep side and see how that workout feels. So again, I just be making up stuff. I be making up challenges, and when I do them, I'm just like, all right, what's the next one? You know, and my goal isn't to hike that mountain, you know, up and down more than twice. You know, I'm not gonna be sitting around here like, oh, let me see if I can do it 10 times. Nah, I got stuff to do. Like, I have stuff to do in my day besides sitting around hiking all day. So again, like, in order to do stuff like that, I have to train during the week. Now, if you're anything like me, working out sucks, you know, and I'll be straight up with you. Going to the gym sucks and it's boring. But for me, if I know I have a goal that I want to reach, for instance, like if I wanted to do a Spartan, I know I need to go in the gym. I know I need to do classes or whatever. I need to do certain things to get myself ready to reach this goal. So the gym is very necessary. So when you think about it like that, it still sucks, but it's what I need to get to where I want to be. So man, it turns into a whole nother place for me. Like, I get in there and I'm like, oh yeah, you know, every time I reach another goal in the gym, I just know once I get up out of that gym, it's game over. Nothing can stop me. And so another one of my challenges is I want to go hike Cowles Mountain again. I don't think I'm ready to do it with the vest on because those inclines are a lot steeper than Mount Rubidoux, and it's a lot more jagged. It's not a paved, you know, just route to the top. It's very jagged and it's hiking. It's hiking at its finest. It's a trail, but you know, if you're not paying attention, you can easily fall. You know, mess yourself up. I've seen plenty of people get airlifted off of there, so I don't feel I'm ready for that with the weighted vest yet, because that's just adding more more of a reason for me to hurt myself. So I think I'm gonna just chill out on that one, but I will go do that hike. And that should close out the month of June. And we'll see what July has to offer. Now there is one thing in July that I know that I have planned already, and that's the Jogging for Frogmen. It's towards the end of July. I believe it's July 29th. And that's a 5K that supports, you know, it does support, but it's a 5K in where they commemorate the SEALs, Navy SEALs, and which they called frogmen back in the day. And it's a real good event. They got the 5K portion. They have a beer garden. They have just plenty of people and a lot of the Navy SEALs. I did it a few years ago, and I remember seeing a lot of Navy SEALs. My nephew, he wants to become a Navy SEAL, so shout out to Eric. He's looking into doing that, so I figured it'd be a good experience for him to be around that environment, and hopefully he can talk to someone who is a current SEAL or former SEAL, or whatever, and can either talk him into it or talk him out of it. I don't know. But either way, we're gonna do a 5K. So that's my challenge for next month. But for this month, we got Mount Rubidoux, Cowles Mountain. Let's get it. But besides that, this is June, and we're doing our thing. Look out for my weigh-in. I'll do a weigh-in at the beginning of July, July 1st, and we'll see what I did for June, how my routines affected my weight for the end of June, start of July. So anyway, let me close this out. If you're out there doing your thing, keep chasing your goals. Enjoy the process. That's got to be one of the biggest things. Enjoy the process. Like I said, I'll be in the gym 2-3 hours, and then I realize it's not gonna happen today. I'm not gonna hit my goal today. I've done enough, and it's okay that I go home. Enjoy the process. Enjoy that the pain, the sweat, the tears, everything that's gonna take to get you to that finish line. You gotta enjoy it. And respect the games. I love the games. I love them. But respect the games, and I'll see you at the next video. Ugh.